Hello everyone and welcome to the NR2003 Aldi Cup Series for Season 4. We are here at the Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. It is the first race of 36 here at this famed racetrack, and if you get it wrong, if you make one slight mistake, you could eat a lot of wall there on the outside or inside as well if you like, but usually it'll be the outside. And this racetrack will make you pay if you make one mistake. So anyways, we have had two different winners of the Daytona 500. We've had a repeat winner and a one-time winner. Jonathan King is the only driver in this race that has won the Daytona 500. He starts 39th, a long way back for him. But we have some drivers that has won at Daytona in other races in the past. So I might go through them during the starting grid, which is right now. Caleb Campbell, number 41, making his first start for Unstoppable Motorsports, is on the pole, and joining him is Tanya Brea, the rookie for Team Hanley. Row 2, the dual winners, Eli Bright and Julio Caesar. Both of them have won at Daytona in the past. Row 3, Benny Watson, the 94, still looking for his first points win. That's the goal this year for him apparently, and Kian Rowley makes his first start since Season 2. Row 4, Justin Zidell making his first start on TRL, and Season 2 Audi Cup Series champion Brandon Bent. And running out the top 10, Alexander Rowe in the Office Depot number 92 for NS Racing, and Landon Hicks for Gifford Tridink in the 77. 11th, Dawson Miller in the number 5, Hardy's new sponsor for him, and Daniel Servo has shown some good speed all week I should say. Behind them on row 7, Kenny Washington making his first start in the series, and the number 52 of Jonathan Rains making his first start since Season 2. He'll be moving up to a full-time ride next race. Behind them, two other guys that had to race their way in, the 97 of Carson Mitchell and the 39 of Kenny Johnson, both of them rookies. Behind them, a lot of experience here on this row here, row 9, Dominic Anthony, the Season 1 Daytona 500 pole sitter and 3-time winner, not of this race, but winner in general. And the number 24 of Simon Nichols has 5 career Audi Cup Series wins, all of them coming last season, and was last season's runner-up in the championship. Running at the top 20, Hedger Alvin Alonso had to race his way in. He's the final driver that's uncharted in this starting grid. And Reagan Whitlock in the Verifone number 45. So we get this race underway here at the Daytona International Speedway. Here's will be Caleb Campbell in the 41 and Tanya Brea in the 08. And everyone is rolling off, which is great to see considering this is the 6th attempt, and every time that I've tried to record it, someone has had a problem off the start. So, as I mentioned, we'll go through some other drivers throughout the field. This is a very interesting last row here, to be honest, because these two guys here, the 04 and the 2, very, very good drivers in very, very good cars. Both of them crashed out in Duel 2. They had to go to the back due to backup cars. So did these guys up here. The 01, Jonathan King, is the Season 2 Daytona 500 champion. He's starting 39th for a new team. Same can be said for Chase Marks. He's making his first start for a new team. He finished 4th in this race last year. Jake Rogers got 4 wins last season, and then we go ahead next row ahead, because these two are interesting. William Johnston, the 51, has replaced Dia Yepes for the Daytona 500, and he'll be driving the 52 part-time for a few races. Addison Steinbach has won the Daytona Autolight Series race earlier, just a couple of weeks ago. He has replaced Gian Canario in the 36. Both those guys, Yepes and Canario, have been suspended. So, for those who missed it, if you go back to the duels, see the reasons why they have all been suspended, as well as Marcus Alejandro. So, it's unfortunate, but sometimes gotta get, if you break the rules, you get in trouble. So, but anyways, I'll stay silent for the first lap. Pace cars on the pit road. We're coming to the green in the Daytona 500 for Season 4. Campbell and Brea. Green flag. We are underway. First lap completed under green. Benny Watson, the 94, leads the first lap of the season, but his teammate Alexander Rowe has already taken the lead away from them. And these guys being very aggressive very early on, as you can tell already 3 wide throughout the majority of the field. Here comes Dawson Miller, the Hardys, number 5, moving to the bottom, trying to get the race lead away from Rowe. He's got help from Washington and Carson Mitchell. A couple of rookies on the inside as well. Zidell in the 13 is also there. There goes the 5 down to the bottom. He's going to try and take the lead away, and he does. It does take a while for the outside lane to work, but after a while it does work, so keep that in mind. There goes Kenny Washington, the rookie, down to the bottom. He's had a rough start into his Autolite Series, Autolite Series career, but he's looking to do a good job for Fitzwood Australia Racing, which is now the flagship Dodge team. There goes the 97 of Carson Mitchell, who brings along the Advanced Auto Parts CarQuest sponsorship. And he's going 3 wide down to the bottom for the lead. Don't be surprised if 4 wide pops up as well. That's a very common occurrence. Double file at the line. Is it Miller? It is. So Miller leads his 2nd lap in a row. Here comes Justin Zidell in the 13, trying to get to the bottom, but Carson Mitchell blocks him off. Now there goes the 13 down low with help from Alonso and Anthony. See some cars slotting into different lines there. Dawson Miller, the 5, with a lot of help on the outside thanks to Alexander Rowe, has now moved up and cleared these guys. Then try to make it 4 wide. Oh, dearie me. You don't want to be going 4 wide early on. We saw an excellent display in Duel 1 of how to save a 4 wide. How to deal with a 4 wide situation. They were very gentlemanly. We had no cautions in that race. Even though we went 4 wide a lot of times, they were very gentlemanly to each other, and we didn't have any wrecks, which was awesome to see. As Dawson Miller controlling the field here in number 5. Here comes Alonso, the 22. Alonso has not had a lot of success in the Audi Cup Series at Daytona. I think he did well in Season 2 if memory serves me right, but I could be wrong. He's going for the lead, and now Dominic Anthony in the 40, Season 1 Daytona 500 pole sitter, moving his way towards the front. Interesting side note, starting position for the 3 winners. Jonathan King started 4th in Season 2, as they are going to make it 3 wide, and Dominic Anthony getting a good run on the inside. Yeah, 4th in Season 2, 24th in Season 3, and 34th in Season 1. So, a little bit of an interesting little fact there that you might want to know. Here comes Reagan Whitlock, the 45, down to the bottom for the race lead. Down the back. Let's take a look. Look at the outside lane. The outside lane getting that run. Doesn't have a great run through the turns. The inside lane usually wins that ordeal in the turns, but down the straights, it can be lightning quick, particularly down the back. And at the line, Dominic Anthony in the middle leads that lap. So some guys thinking about the 4 wide there. As I said, very common occurrence here at Daytona. Reagan Whitlock, the 45, trying to clear these guys. Unfortunately for him, well, maybe that's a good thing actually, that he's not able to clear them. Sorry for the frame rate, by the way, for anyone that is new. I can't really do much about that. My computer's a toaster, as the 45 car getting a good run. As you can see, these guys can't really do much at the moment. They make it 4 wide, they wreck. You don't want to wreck here early in the 500. We're not even a quarter of the way through the race yet. As Reagan Whitlock, who, for him, he has seen this so many times. He's been in at least this week anyway, he's been on the inside a fair bit from memory. He has been very, very strong on the bottom. He nearly won the Audi shootout, finished second to Colin Driver, who's not in this race. He didn't even attempt to make it. He nearly won it, couldn't quite. Reagan Whitlow, no, Dominic Anthony actually led that lap. As they are going to make it 4 wide. Here we go. Annie Thomas. Down to the bottom. It's taken them 9 laps to get to this point. And usually it doesn't end well. And in the wall and around. And it's a big wreck. Big wreck down the back. Zidell, Johnston, Mitchell, Gordon in the 1. Miller around. And a big wreck. Oh, there's more Kings involved. Skipper, Rally. Oh, they're all... Oh, and more. More contacts. It's the big one. Very early in the race. Oh, goodness me. That was unnecessary. Roger Ray's the race leader. But that has wiped out a lot of the field. And even if it hasn't wiped out everyone, a lot of cars with a lot of damage, they will be in trouble because of that. Look at the damage. There's Johnston, Aidan Shepherd, a former Daytona 500 pole sitter there. There's Server King, the former winner of this race. James Kinghart, Dominic Anthony, who was pushed 4 wide. There's Kenny Johnson, he's out. Simon Nichols' car is totaled as well. James Kinghart's out, so what a shame. So many good cars out of this race. Kian Rally, pole sitter Caleb Campbell's involved. 17 was definitely involved. The 08 was involved. And that is a shame for a lot of cars. Julio Caesar, who was a good chance to win this race. So anyways, the race leader is Roger Ray in the 99s. We see some cars probably coming down the pit road this time, which is interesting. Some guys staying out, a bit of pit strategy here. And come into play later in this race. And in fact, a majority of the field is coming in. Some of these guys repair damage, like the 15, 94 and co. So we're going to follow with them. Oh, is that real damage on the 92 there? Alexander Rowe? Or is that... No, that's real damage. So Alexander Rowe was involved as well, but... able to... Well, he wasn't really able to get away, I guess, but, you know. Let's see what goes on here. We're going to follow it with Caleb Campbell, because he is out. And it's Reagan Whitlock in the 45. And Steinbach, Bright, Bent, who looked like he may have been speeding there, actually. You see everyone coming out. Of course, a lot of cars with a lot of damage, so... Jonathan King out of the 500. He won't win his second one today. So it's going to be a new winner of the Daytona 500. Roger Ray is the race leader. We'll take you to what happened. We'll take you to the replay. So let's try to figure out what happened here. And it's fairly obvious because, you know, 4 wide. Doesn't work at Daytona. If you think it works, well, it doesn't. Annie Thomas made it 4 wide underneath of Whitlock and Anthony and Miller. And this is where it all goes down. They make contact. They're going to slide up the racetrack. You don't usually see a lot of wrecks out of turn 2. It's usually out of 4. You see, they slide up. The 5 and the 40 get into each other. Hard hit. Goes down into Mitchell, Zidell, and a bunch of others. And it is on from there. Can't really get a good view of this. Number of cars just flying into it. There we go. This is a better shot. Someone just ducked off to the side there. 98 car was, I think, who I was talking about there. Carson Mitchell spinning. Dawson Miller. Caleb Campbell. There's Betty Watson. Breyer gets turned around by Caesar by the looks of it. There's John Sheets. Gets a little piece of it. I think the 48's actually going to run into his teammate here. And he does look like it. Bang. Right there. And then Gordon's spinning in the 1. He looks fairly okay, though, to be honest. And then the 48 comes up into Jonathan King, Skipper, and co. And then it all goes down from here. See, everyone's okay back here. Looks fine. The 01, the 17, the 48 spinning. So 88, I think Hunter Sleppy actually got by it. And then, who's it going to be? I think it's the 52. The 48 comes... I don't know if it comes down, to be honest. Daniel Server did run into it. Aidan Shepherd, the 7. Christian Parker got a piece of it. His teammate Kenny Johnson nowhere to go. 41 nowhere to go. Wham. Simon Nichols ran into the 7 of Aiden Shepherd. That was just a mess, that one. James Kinghart is blowing up, so yeah, no wonder he's out. 78 got damage. I think 77, 31 may have got by it. I think the 31 did get by it, actually. No one crossed the car. Look at the amount of damage. Dominic Anthony, of course. It's just craziness. But anyways, we'll take it on board with the with someone, and then we'll get back to the restart. Taking it on board with the 48 of Ken Rally. This will be a good view of what happens. He just drove right into it. It's very odd, and then goes down from here. Wham! That was the 52 of Jonathan Rains. Kenny Johnson. I think that was Tanya Breyer at the end as well. What a shame. What a massive shame. Well, that could have been avoided for sure. Is the first caution of the season. Roger Ray, the 99, is the race leader. We'll take you back to the green. Coming back to the green for the first time today and for the season. Roger Ray, the 99, for Best Western and NS Racing, is the leader. Defending Aldi Cup Series champion, Cyrus McGee is second. Annie Thomas is third. Fourth, Jack Porkins. Fifth, Colin Denton. Sixth, Chase Marks. Seventh is Gatlin Downey. Eighth, Elijah Gordon. And ninth is Henry Gore. And 10th is Reagan Whitlock, who was the first car off the pit road. Addison Steinbach is 11th. 12th, Eli Bright. 13th, Brandon Dent. 14th, Brayson Collins. And 15th, Jake Rogers. So the field will be... Well, a number of drivers are going to be very small, and you see the amount of cars taken out in that one. The 01, 41, 48, 52, 7, 24, 39, 40, 75, 78, all out of the race. You see the amount of cars back here all got damage in this crash. It's a massive shame for them. They're probably going to be fairly slow. Now, the first car that I could see that was involved in that crash was Jake Rogers, because he got a bit of damage. So he is 16th, I think. No, 15th. Something like that. Anyways, about to go back to green flag racing. If you're one of those guys ahead of Jake Rogers, you got a pretty good shot of winning the Daytona 500. And for some guys, you'll be in their first start. Now, has Porker got damage as well? I don't know. Can't really tell. Green flag, back underway. And your defending Audi Cup Series champion. 9 career wins for Cyrus McGee. 6 last year. Won the championship. He's going for the lead in the 500. Annie Thomas led the most laps in the 500 last year and finished third in that 37. Actually, he was in the 36, a teammate, but moves to the 37. She's looking at Cyrus McGee. There she goes underneath for the lead with help from Dodge stablemate Colin Denton. Side by side, it's going to be McGee in the 21. There goes Denton down to the bottom of the racetrack and leaves the 37 with no help. In the middle, Elijah Gordon is now in the middle. He's trying to get a good run. Try and catch up to the 37. Colin Denton, the race leader, as you see the amount of cars trying to catch up to this group. All these cars here have either no damage or not much to really affect them. Benny Watson barely got involved. He's a guy that probably could be in contention for the win. 51 car with that kind of move on the outside looks fairly okay. But unfortunately... Oh, we got a crash again! A second one, and it's a big one! Oh my goodness me. Eli Bright is a part of it. Rogers, and they're all gonna stack up. Watch out. Wham! There we go. That was gonna happen. Oh dear, that is... Well, how the heck did that happen? I did not see that coming. It is... who is it? It's 59, I think. No, is it 20? I think it's Chase Marks. It is Chase Marks, the race leader. And our second caution early on here at Daytona. And more cars are eliminated for sure after that one. Reagan Whitlock looks to be involved. It looks... Mate, did he have a problem? Did he have a problem? That's what I'm wondering. 37's in the wall. You can tell by the right side damage. Anyways, let's take a look at what happened. So while we're looking back throughout the field, they made it 4 wide again for the race lead, and it's Colin Denton and Annie Thomas who start this. Because they make contact and will go up into McGee, who's an innocent bystander on the outside. Well, I mean, he kind of did move up and allowed the 37 to be there. He gets shoved into the wall. Comes down, gets into the 37, turns the 37 into the wall, goes back up into the wall, down into Gordon, and it's just on. Reagan Whitlock, bang, hard, into the wall, and then 37, 56, 56 will come sliding back down the racetrack. 37 nearly wiped out a teammate there. You see these guys ducking by all the mainly motorsport cars. Basically got away with that, and then Collins, Chronister, Bright, Hicks, Gordon, who got a bit of damage, he's come back down the pit road because of it. And then it's just on. The 12 of Allen, that's 3 of the DW Motorsport cars in it. 98, 21, and 12. Washington, Roger Ray. There are a fair amount of good race cars torn up in that. There's Washington into the wall, Bright. Benny Watson, another NS racing car. There's Zidell, Caesar, Skipper. 51. The 51 gets this slowed down. So does Carson Mitchell. But then someone doesn't get the memo. Christian Parker's involved. These guys don't get the memo. Wham! Right into him. And then Breyer as well. Miller into Bright. It's just carnage. That is just such a ridiculous accident. Have so early on in the 500. That's 2 of them now. And that has wiped out, I reckon, over half the field. That is ridiculous. So we'll take it on board with Eli Bright, because, well, yeah, he had a great ride in that. We'll take it on board with him. On board with the 56 of Eli Bright. You'll see this all happen in front of him. He gets him tripped up in it. Bang. Gordon. What are you meant to do if you're Eli Bright here? You can't really do much, and wow. What an accident. And then you'll see it in the background. Wait for it. There we go. Well, there we go. That was... Oh, man. That is a ridiculous accident. And look at the amount of cars just destroyed in that accident. And this is less percent than the Daytona night races. That is... which is beyond ridiculous. Chase Marks is the race leader. We'll take you back to the green. Well, I can't believe I'm saying this. We're going to go through the entire field here. Chase Marks is the race leader. Colin Denton is second. Addison Steinbach, who wasn't even meant to be in this race, is third. Fourth is Jack Porkins. Fifth is Gatlin Downey. Sixth is Brandon Bent. Seventh, Hergel Arvin Alonso. Eighth, Noah Chronister. Ninth, Landon Hicks. 10th, John Sheets. 11th, Carson Mitchell. 12th, Roger Ray. 13th, Henry Gore. 14th, Hunter Sleppy. 15th, Elijah Gordon. 16th, Annie Thomas. That's it. That's everyone. 16 cars. Everyone else is out. Which... oh god, what did I do? I'll pause it. Really concerned for a minute. But, you see the amount of cars out of the race. Good god. And if they wreck with 16 cars, I'll be bewildered as to how that's the case, because this is only on 100%. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. But anyways, this is a good chance here for these guys to get some very, very good results. Think about some of these guys back here. Hergel Arvin Alonso is not even going to make every race probably. He's the only uncharted car left in this race. No, actually, Carson Mitchell is as well. He's a rookie. So, man, I don't know what to say. This race is ridiculous. Green flag is back out. Chase Marks, who started 40th, by the way, is now the leader. I should mention that. Colin Denton has got a shocker of a restart. Jack Porkins started last, remember, and he's now going for third. How's this race a thing? Noah Kronos has got damage in 31, he's out of it. Yeah, 31 I think is the slowest out of everyone. Maybe the 37 as well. And the 1. It looks like they... I don't know who's slow and who's not. Colin Denton is going for the race lead here in the 59. There goes Porkins in the 04, Alonso, and Bent down to the bottom as well. Whoa, that's an aggressive move from Gatlin Downey, trying to block John Sheets off. If John Sheets, he could get his first win here today. Let's go through the drivers who have never won a race before. These two guys on the inside, 04, 22, and 27 have all won. Colin Denton, his first start, he's never won. The 20 of Chase Marks, he finished 4th in this race last year, he's never won. John Sheets has never won. Gatlin Downey and Addison Steinbach. Steinbach's won the Auto Lad Series race here, but has never won a cup race because this is his first start. Gatlin Downey as well. Landon Hicks has won a race. Sleppy as well. Carson Mitchell, his first start. He hasn't won. Roger Ray hasn't won. And Annie Thomas hasn't won. Noah Chronister. I think he's too far back really to be a factor in the 31, unfortunately. His first start's in season 1, so... And he's going to get a fairly solid result because of this big accident. If they make it 4 wide, I'll be very surprised. Brandon Bent's going for the lead in the 27. So let's see what happens here. We got a group of 8 out here. What is going to happen? I'm very scared, to be honest. And now that there's not that many cars left, the outside lane's not going to be as strong. So Brandon Bent here, the Season 2 champion, going for the lead. But it's no help. John Sheets is too far back to really be any help. Here comes the 22 of Alonso through the middle. He's going to take the lead away. No help there. Something tells me, I think John Sheets' car has a little bit of damage as well, and that's why I wasn't able to stay with him. But here comes Bent back to the bottom. This time he's got Gatlin Downey, the 35. Not strong enough help there either. So Alonso and Porkins, 1 and 2. How about that? Here comes Bent down to the bottom, and I think the only car that I think is actually out of this at the moment is Noah Chronister. I think the rest of the 15 drivers, these guys here with a much worse chance than the rest of them. I think the rest of them, these 15 drivers, all the drivers with the exception of Noah Chronister, I think have a shot to win this race. If Chronister wins this race, I'd be very surprised. Just saying. So, at the line, it's Alonso in the 22, the Bluebird car for Smart Motorsports. Smart Motorsports hasn't won since the Season 2 finale as well, so be good to see them back in victory lane. Brandon Bent in the 27, looking to grab DW Motorsports, if I'm correct about this, something like... I don't know. What is it? Porkins got 3 wins. Season 2. McGee got 2 wins. Sorry, 3 wins. Brandon Bent got a win. Jake Rogers got a win. That's 8. Looking for the 23rd win. Because they got 14 last season. Smart Motorsports, they're looking for their 5th or 6th from memory. Premier Racing Motorsports have won twice. That's Porkins and Gore. I think these guys are now out as well, so that's a shame for them. I think everyone else has got a shot. But yeah, Premier Racing Motorsports won twice. Fitzwater Australia Racing is a team that's never won. Manly Motorsports won with John Andrews last year at Auto Club. It's 36 and 35, and 37 as well for that matter. And the 72, Gifford Trainings won 6 times. So, there's an interesting thing. Nicotech has won 17 times. AS Racing has won a lot, has won twice? Yes, twice. So, just imagine if one of those teams wins today. Particularly if it's Fitzwater Australia Racing. Win their first race and the biggest race of all. Yes, please. Brandon Bent's trying to go 3 wide for the lead, but honestly, he doesn't have enough help on the inside. I think we're losing Landon Hicks as well, so that's a shame for him, but you know. There's the 31, by the way. He's down the back. What kind of lap time is running? 43.1, 39.1, 39.2. We are catching him about 4 seconds a lap. I'd be very surprised if we didn't catch him, because we have 11.5 laps remaining in this race. And at the moment, it is looking like it's going to be one of these two. Unless Brandon Bent can do something, or the lap car really holds these guys up. Jack Porkins, I thought Porkins was going to go and try to make a move on the outside of the 22. That was very ambitious. It's not. At the moment, these guys here, 99 and 88, 77 as well, I think can be included in that. Except the 77 is kind of falling off a little bit. It's just kind of waiting at the moment. I think they have a bit of damage, but they're kind of waiting as well. But I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. And this number 20. Chase Marks versus Alonso. What a battle's going to be to the end. And it's the 20 at the line. This reminds me a lot of the Aldi shootout. To be honest. A lot. The Aldi shootout. Here comes Bent though to the bottom. Now Ray has caught up to the group. They've lost Hicks, so this makes it a 9-car group with Sleppy just trying to hang on. The inside lane's still there. Now the 99 has fallen back a little bit because of his damage. And now this group back to a 2-car group on the inside. And that 99 moving back a little bit and save Sleppy, I reckon. As we got 9 laps remaining in the Daytona 500. Where is Noah Chronister? There he is. Coming off of turn 2. These guys are in 1 and 2. So this is going to be a very interesting final couple of laps, to say the least. Interesting little fact as well. We haven't had a rookie win since season 2, the finale of season 2, sorry. Which was Homestead. The last time a rookie won was Henry Gore, who unfortunately is no longer in this group. There he is in the 2. He doesn't really have a shot to win. And this 31 is definitely going to play into this race and who's going to win it. And you see 2 rows of 3 wide and a number of single file cars behind. So let's see how this is going to play out. Alonso, season 2 Atlanta winner. Chase Marks has never won. Brandon Bent, 3 wins and a championship. His first Daytona 500 win. Addison Steinbach got a good run through the middle there. And here we go. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be the 20 and the 27 who sneak by first. Oh dear. What is going to happen here? 22 gets by as well. The 04 has got by. Now it's coming up to block the 59. The 35, the 88 are going to get by. So we've got a battle for the lead. Bent in the 27. Going to get to the front. Alonso trying to go with the 20 of Marks. And Porkins and Bent, former teammates at DW Motorsports, finished 1 and 2 in season 2 in the championship. Now trying to push each other to a win in the 500. Porkins looks to the bottom. He's going to go to the bottom underneath of the 27 and the 20. And now we got another group of, we got 3 by 3 in this front 6. And these guys are in trouble. So what is going to happen? Here goes the 04. Down to the bottom. Jack Porkins has finished last in both races that he's taken part of this week. They're 4 wide. They were Addison Steinbach was looking 4 wide. That would have been a very risky move, as we got 5 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Bent and Porkins, championship rivals a couple of years ago. Both had not great seasons last year, to be honest. Here they are, currently 1 and 2 in the 500. Alonso going underneath of Gatlin Downey. Not going to happen, didn't have enough help. The 88 and 99 staying with the group. Landon Hicks has lost the pack, unfortunately, so he's not going to win this race. Jack Porkins, the 04 is cleared. Can he hold on? Can Addison Steinbach, the 36, in his first start as a replacement driver, win the Daytona 500? Here we go. He's down to the bottom. He's got his teammate Gatlin Downey. Downey abandons him. Now that's going to hurt those guys. Porkins is going to clear. And Bent has got a very good run as well in the 27. Here we go. 3 laps to go. Porkins, Bent, Steinbach, Alonso, Downey, the top 5. There goes the 27 down to the bottom for the lead. Alonso goes down to the bottom underneath for 3rd. Alonso's got a good run. He could make it 3 wide here down the back. Does he do it? No, he sticks with the 27. Side by side down the back. And the 22 waiting for the right opportunity. This is 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Bent tries to move up. Porkins stays on the outside. He's going to get shuffled. Oh boy. He gets shuffled back. Angel Alonso in the 22 has 1 career win at Atlanta. Here he goes down to the bottom with help from Downey and Denton. Now Denton makes it 3 wide behind them. He's still there though, he's still inside. Here we go. This is gonna be a very entertaining finish with only 8 cars. Who is gonna win the Daytona 500? It's Bent versus Alonso. Here we go. Final lap. Brandon Bent in the 27 is the race leader. Can he hold on in this final lap? Or will Alonso take it or someone else? There's more help on the outside for Brandon Bent. What is going to happen here at Daytona? Will Downey make a move? He doesn't. He slots into the middle. But there's a good run for the 27 on the bottom. Can he clear? No, he cannot. He cannot do it. Here comes Alonso. Oh boy, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Side by side, who is going to win the Daytona 500 for Season 4? It's going to be Brandon Bent. Wins the Daytona 500 in Season 4. And it's the Season 2 champion who comes out on top today. Brandon Bent wins the Daytona 500. What a race. Who knew it would be that exciting with only, what, less than 10 cars in this pack? How about that? That was awesome. That was good. That's 10 cars in this pack. Yeah, so, yeah. What a race. And Brandon Bent gets his 4th career Audi Cup Series win. His first on a restrictor plate track. What a tough break for Herjel and Alonso and Smart Motorsports. They nearly did it. They nearly got their first win in a while, but they couldn't do it. And this team here, they may not be teammates anymore, but they sure act like it. Bent and Porkins. What a duo. Unbelievable. And Brandon Bent, well, he starts off the season in the right way. He's his 4th win, as I mentioned. He's the 3rd winner of the Daytona 500. What a race indeed that was. That was good, actually. I'm quite surprised those final few laps were so good. Noah Chronister definitely played into that race, I reckon. But see, these guys are running out of fuel. Oh my goodness me. Congratulations to Brandon Bent. He wins the Season 4 Daytona 500. Congratulations to him. And, well, what a great time for Reynolds. If you don't know, Reynolds Rap, who, let's go through this. Can you see it? Yeah, it's on the deck lid there. Reynolds has been a minor sponsor of this team since season since Season 2. And they recently announced that they'll be leaving the 51 car and becoming a major sponsor of this car here, the 27. What a great time to do it. As Brandon Bent wins the Daytona 500 for DW Motorsports. Congratulations to him on the win. We will see you guys for the next race at Phoenix. See you then.